From martial arts to handgun combat to amazing cinematography, there's one movie that has it all, and it's none other than the popular thriller John Wick. Though the movie is extremely violent and not for the faint of heart, it speaks volumes to those interested in all things action. Wasn't it amazing, y'all? Keanu Reeves as an ex-assassin out to get a bunch of gangsters that did him wrong.
Call him Baba Yaga. The boogeyman? Well, John wasn't exactly the boogeyman.
It takes you on an emotional ride, but what makes it even more amazing is the stellar cast and their hard work. You wouldn't believe it when I tell you, Keanu Reeves had to undergo 3 months of training to prep to play the character of John Wick, and not just for one movie, he trained for all the films under the John Wick franchise. So basically 4 times. What we saw on screen was all real. It turns out the man did 90% of the stunts himself. Now that's impressive. Go Reeves! Well, he's an exceptional actor, and I'm sure y'all have known that ever since The Matrix. The man could do no wrong when it comes to action. His attention to detail is just spectacular. And the most intense teaching came with the role of John Wick. He learned jiu-jitsu, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. The coaches were also well known in the martial arts world.
Nice ride. Mustang. Boss 429. See you 70.
Machado brothers and Jonathan Eusebio. And he didn't just learn for the sake of it, the guy was so good at it that he received the Judo Black Belt from the International Judo Federation. Damn guys, I am in awe. His action scenes sum up all his effort. He used all those techniques in his fistfights in the movies. Wasn't the warehouse scene in the second movie amazing? The command he had on his moves, all those maneuvers he used to make his opponents powerless. Man, it was art, wasn't it? Even in the simplest things such as reloading the gun, everything was strategically thought out. Reeves even mentioned that he'd go home, take the gun, and just fantasize that he's a spy. This guy was role-playing 24/7, it seems. It wasn't for nothing though, cause it gave him ideas about his character development. I mean, the guy spent months training with the talented sniper. The trainer also had a company named Terran Tactical Innovations, and they've even featured a gun collection on their website called the GW Collection.
You working again?
No, just sorting some stuff out.
I'll leave you be then.
Not much for gun control, I must say. And if this wasn't enough, the actor even got the chance to get guidance from an ex-Navy SEAL and CIA contractor. Okay, man, that's pro-level stuff, but it did the trick. Weren't y'all completely transfixed? Gotta say, behind-the-scenes stuff was pretty hardcore to the point that even the automobile scenes were shot in real time. It seems Keanu wanted to be John Wick when it came to the love of wild things. He wanted to try everything and make the movie as realistic as possible. And well, I'd say thanks, because I was super entertained. Wasn't the motorcycle stunt in the third movie thrilling? Well, guess what? He did it himself, and it seems like it brought back the passion from his younger day. The actor loves motorcycles and can be called a collector. He mentioned in an interview that it was a shocker for him when during the shooting of the second movie,
Holy shit, Jonathan.
Hey, Abby.
Oh my God. How long has it been? 4 years?
5 and change.
So tell me, how is life on the other side?
they put him in a car and asked him to ram it into another one. He crashed into the other car and it made the steering wheel break off. That sounds hella scary, don't you think? But some scenes were too risky, so a professional had to be hired. Wouldn't want the main lead dying, you know? All that money going to waste. It seems he doesn't even mind and enjoys all this. To be honest, so would I. Imagine all the skills he's picked up. Keanu was the reason behind the iconic pencil fight scene. It was my favorite one from the second movie. Also, very gory. I mean, that part with the stabbing in the ear, oh man, that had me cringing. He mentioned that there was a discussion of it in the first movie, but it never happened, so he was adamant to do it in the second one. I guess some side of Reeves is also violent. Sheesh. And guess what? For the fourth movie, nothing has changed. In fact, the director upped the scale of action, sending the actor back to training, learning to fight with nunchucks this time, and I gotta tell you, this was no easy feat for him. Add to that all the muscle car action. Gosh, you know the car scene when John is driving at the speed of 180 in reverse and had to reload the gun and shoot. Well, it's exactly what you're thinking. He did that too.
Hello, Francis.
Mr. Big.
The typical deal.
20 килограммов.
Even though the actor admits that he loved it more than the other movies, it was also the most physically straining character he's played so far. He's almost 50 years old now, so I'm sure performing action scenes isn't exactly a run-of-the-mill situation. But having done so many action movies, he's got some tricks up his sleeve. He mentioned to the Los Angeles Times that he takes ice baths to help with sore and aching muscles post-work. What this means is ducking your body in 37-degree water. Jeez, whatever gets him back into the game, I guess. And it wasn't just him. The rest of the cast was just as brilliant. In Chapter 4 of this series, the main villain, Kane, is being played by actor Donnie Yen, who's not only a black belt in judo, but also a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's been at it since the 1990s, and that's not all. It seems he has quite a bit of experience in action movies, too, having played the role of Grandmaster Ip Man in the movie Ip Man, along with Bruce Lee. In fact, he was his teacher in it.
Hey, where is he? Shit! I have your word then if I tell you where he is.
And then there's this other amazing fact that I'm sure y'all didn't know. The director of the movies was Reeves' stunt double in The Matrix. Aren't y'all blown away? Chad Stahelski is one of the directors of the film, and it turns out that the two met for the first time during the shooting of The Matrix.
You stabbed the devil in the back and forced him back into the life that he had just left. You incinerated the priest's temple, burned it to the ground. Now he's free of the marker.
He's been a fan of the actor ever since. I guess the movie did a lot of good in the world. He explained in an interview that Reeves used to try to do most of the stunts back then as well, and was learning martial arts too. He further said that he was there for just safety purposes, to make sure nothing was wrong with gadgets before Keanu could get into action, and it guided him in the direction of John Wick. Well, it seems the two became really good friends after that. Reeves sent the script of the movie to him. When the producer, Basil Iwanek, sent the script to Reeves, the main character in the script was 75 years old. But after some discussion, it was decided that Keanu will play a younger version. Once he had accepted the role, he immediately wanted to help out with the script, and that's when he hit up his former stuntman. As he had hoped, Chad had his ideas about the action sequences, and they all turned out to be great. Aren't y'all glad that he had the vision to reach out to him? The movie wouldn't be the same otherwise, right? That's all on the shocking John Wick cast facts that fans probably didn't know.